YouTube, what is going on? Welcome to the latest episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, a quick thank you for taking some time out of your day to check out the new video and for being the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. So we all know that gold is enjoying a banner year, having recently flirted with 3,500 an ounce, and silver's managed to stay above the $30 range, so it's at least shown stability, if nothing else. Now, for a long time, many of us correlated the rise in gold price with the rise in silver price. In other words, as gold went up, silver would as well, since it was a fairly symbiotic relationship. But gold has enjoyed around a 30% increase in price versus silver's 12% increase so far in 2025. Silver hasn't really been reflecting that link to gold lately, and it's actually been a bit on the stagnant side. Could silver and gold have potentially decoupled at this point? And what about all that talk about silver moving with gold? Shouldn't 2025 see a rise in price since we're once again looking at a huge supply deficit of silver for the 5th year in a row? What about that big price breakout that all the YouTube pros and pumpers have been calling for? I mean, what's going on here? What do we got? What's happening? Silver should be killing it right now, right? Well, we're going to talk about all that. And be sure to stay tuned through 3/4 of the video, and I'll tell you why I won't be trading any of my gold for silver, despite the huge gold to silver ratio indicating it could be a great investment. Let's go ahead and roll this thing. Alright, again, this video is going to be a kind of a two-part segment. Now, the first topic we're going to cover is why silver is lagging so far behind gold so far this year. We've all seen the GSR move to triple digits at 100 plus to 1, which means silver is becoming more undervalued, and gold continues to outperform silver. So why is this happening? Well, there are myriad reasons, but I'd like to cover 4 of the more popular ones. Number 1, the US dollar index has been pretty weak all year, and we've been trained over the years to expect a rise in metal prices with a weak dollar. And so far, gold has reaped the benefits while silver, well, silver's just kind of like the lazy bass in the weeds, waiting for lunch to swim by rather than chasing after it. We can pretty much explain this oddity. Remember, when the dollar and the markets are down, investors move their money into metals, and they're not putting it into silver, folks. They're putting it into gold, because gold has far more monetary properties, and this can be a big driver for gold price. Number 2, silver has a tendency to lag behind gold price increases. We've all seen this. There needs to be an adjustment period as the market kind of refigures everything. Gold's been up $200 one day and then down $200 shortly after. So all the concern might not mean much if silver corrects itself in price. Now, so far, we've not seen that in 2025, which can lead one to wonder if the two metals have potentially decoupled, even for just a brief period. Number 3, gold has more positive reaction to tariffs and economic turmoil. Again, gold is looked upon as more of a monetary metal than silver, even though silver was used as such for centuries, and it's where investors turn when the markets are down. And lastly, number 4, silver price manipulation. Yeah, that. On one hand, you have analysts who say this is an absolute myth, and others who believe it's been happening for decades. Rumors run rampant that because silver is an industrial metal, the price needs to be suppressed either naturally or artificially to keep things moving along without huge price increases in the industrial sector. And don't forget the U.S. military uses quite a bit of silver as well. Just don't believe that BS hype that Andy Schectman started some years ago about Tomahawk missiles having 500 ounces of silver in them. He actually claimed that someone who was involved with the missile program confirmed this with pictures, and of course he swears it's true.
Unfreaking believable.
Come on, Andy. Come on. First off, the military is not going to release specs on their equipment, even though freaking China seems to get a hold of them pretty easily. Second, far more qualified experts have estimates for silver in the Tomahawk to be in the more reasonable 10 to 15 ounce range. 10 to 15, not 500. And third, no current or former DOD member is going to give a silver pumper classified information that could land him in a heap of hot water. His quote-unquote source is either non-existent, brave as hell, or completely full of it.
Why, thank you.
So it's not all doom and gloom for silver. According to the 2025 World Silver Survey, results indicated that, for the near future anyway, it believes conditions will remain positive for silver, with further upside for pricing. There's confidence in the next few months we'll see a new cycle that exceeds the 2024 high to levels, quote, not seen for many years, unquote. At some point it says it expects silver to catch up with gold percentage-wise, thanks to investors looking for value given its recent underperformance. And that's referring specifically to the insane GSR right now, the gold to silver ratio. As with everything else you see and hear on YouTube, take that for what you will. Take it with a grain of salt. My prediction at the beginning of the year for silver was a high of 38, with a remote possibility of touching 40 if conditions were perfect. But in the end, come on, there's not a human on the planet who can accurately predict where silver is going to go, with the exception of where it's not going to go if you're putting faith in the manipulation factor. You just can't rely on silver pumpers to give you wildly insane claims and predictions. Those claims are irresponsible and, more often, outlandish.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
All right, so we're getting ready to wrap this video up, but before I do, I'd like to cover one more popular topic, and that's trading gold for silver. Now, there's a lot of talk out in the community right now about folks taking advantage of that high GSR, that high gold to silver ratio, and they're trading their gold in for more silver. And you know what? That's fine. I'm not here to critique anybody's methods. If that works for you, it fits your goal, it fits your budget, have at it. Maybe you have an overabundance of gold and you're okay with letting a couple of ounces go to gain 200 ounces of silver in return. I mean, it's not a bad risk, not horrible, and it makes sense from certain standpoints. If silver were ever to shoot the moon, then it was a great decision, right? But that said, I'm not trading any of my gold for silver, and I have a couple of reasons for that. I do. First, I'm already top heavy in silver as it is since I reached my weight goal last year. But the problem is I've still been buying even after meeting that goal. And for me, adding another 200 ounces at the drop of a hat is just going to make things more complicated, storage-wise and selling-wise and all that good stuff, space-wise. And what if gold just continues to skyrocket in price and silver just does what silver does and stagnates? That'll definitely leave you second guessing, right? So that's a no for me. That's a no. I've worked too hard to add gold to my stack, and I've made some sacrifices to do it, so I'm not trading a single ounce of gold for silver. In the past, yeah, I've shaved off some silver ounces to trade for gold, but I can't see myself doing it the other way around. My entire stack has one purpose and one purpose only, and when the time comes, it's all out of here. It's gone. I don't have the desire to mess around with the GSR unless it's silver to gold. And for that to happen, I need to see that GSR a hell of a lot more reasonable than it is now, because it's just insane. And that's just the way I see things for myself personally. That doesn't make my strategy right for anyone else. We all have to stack for our goals and for ourselves, and not because we're trying to emulate someone else's strategies. Always do you, especially when we're talking about our hard-earned money. All right. There you have it, folks. So what are your thoughts on why silver's falling behind gold and lagging in price? You think it's going to catch up, or have the two metals possibly officially decoupled? What about trading some of your gold for silver during this high GSR period? Would you do it? Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. You guys know I love going through them, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Silver and Gold Stack Tack. And if you actually made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, oh yeah, you gotta know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. Be sure to catch me and my silver journey next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. for Stacker's Corner. We've been having some really fantastic shows lately, and that will be on my channel here at the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. So stop by and chat with us. We got a great chat going on, great show. We have a lot of fun with it. But until then, until Wednesday, I am out of here. Peace, folks. Have a safe and fantastic week ahead. See you on Wednesday.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.